Today, we're going to talk about a darkly devastating cottagecore horror that was absolutely fantastic. The lighting is lush, it's lyrical, it's visual, it's beautiful, and so darkly disturbing. And that book is Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson. It's a short little novella, and holy bananas, it is a wild one and a whirlwind and so many things. But I want to read the first paragraph to you because the first paragraph immediately captured me. The modern world is severely lacking in magic, and those who crave it are at a constant disadvantage because they are desperate and it's in short supply. Some places, amusement parks, county fairs, museums, old bookstores, can temporarily fill the void, but there will always be people who check every armoire for a door to Narnia. I'm not saying I do that, but maybe. Every rabbit hole for a road to Wonderland. And one such person is Ro, born Rosemary Dutton, age 27, whose life imploded last year, leaving her an absolute wreck. Okay, so Ro, she just moved to this town. She's an assistant professor. She writes nonfiction. She leads a quiet life. She doesn't have any friends. And she's been in this place where she moved for about 6 months. And she starts going to this farmer's market. And when she goes there, she meets this woman named Ash, who is like this beautiful elfin queen. She sells all these items, just these luscious, delicious cupcakes and soaps and jars of honey and just like all like the fantastical and cutesy little things that seem so lovely and smell so good. But there are darker undertones. And Ash is very secretive. So Rose starts to come to the farmer's market on a regular basis and always finds herself drawn to Ash's booth, and they start to form a relationship, and then things keep going. This is a sapphic book, but it does take a darker turn because what is going on with Ash and why is she so secretive and why does she not want Ro to open certain doors in her house? And she is very angry if you show up when she's working on her specific days of the week when she does her stuff. And there are weird smells that emanate from certain areas near Ash's house. There are probably a bazillion red flags that Ro completely ignores that she should have been running for the hills. I won't tell you what happens because it's a novella and it's very short, but it's disturbingly decadent and effed up, and just the writing alone. Recently, I've read some books that the writing has just been so beautiful and phenomenal and like expressive and picturesque. Like this writing in this book, it's like an artist with a brush with words. It really paints a picture of magic and scariness and horror. It's a fantastic little novella. If you're looking for something that is, we don't always have time to read the 500-page or 400-page book. This one's super short. You could probably read it in a few hours, or you could read it over a couple of days, depending on your time frame and what you have. I've never read this author before, I don't think. Maybe I have. The name was familiar to me. I'll have to look back to see, but I don't think I've read this author. Don't hold me to that, though. I have been wrong plenty of times. So, man, the writing, it makes you want to go to a farmer's market. Not to meet this woman. No, because she was all effed up. She seemed really sparkly and amazing, and beauty can sometimes blind people to what lurks underneath, right? The writing evokes, like, when you think about one of your favorite seasons, right? Whether it's fall, spring, the magic of a first snow. Maybe snow's not your favorite. The growth of spring, or fall when the leaves turn colors of ruby and scarlet and burnt oranges and golden yellows, and the crunch of the leaves under your feet and the smell of pumpkin spice or apples and cinnamon. Like, you think of that stuff, you're like, oh, it's like that, like it's almost like magical. And like the writing in this book is kind of how that felt. Like when you think about it, like certain smells you love or tastes, and that book somehow evoked that and then takes a really dark effed up turn. So if any of that sounds good to you, I would highly recommend this. It is a effed up horror, but it's also like weirdly beautiful at the same time, but very disturbing. And if you enjoyed hanging out today, hit that subscribe button, come back, see me again, and we'll talk about more bookish things and weird stuff.